Hey everyone, and welcome back to Kipco Family Homestead. I'm so happy you're here, and I'm so happy you're joining me in my homemaking and daily tasks as I share little bits of my life with you. Today I'm taking you along as I am preparing a few delicious things in my kitchen and also doing some homemaking around the house, some cleanup, and sharing some healthy homemaking habits that we do in our household to help everything run smoothly and wonderfully. Right now I'm just working on a granola and I'm adding in some melted coconut oil. I'll be adding in honey. And it's actually my first time making granola, although I have made granola bars and breakfast bars many times before, and my family loves them. I don't know why I have never made homemade granola before. We love granola in our yogurt and actually to eat it as cereal, because in our household I don't buy cereal anymore because of the terrible ingredients, and so our kids are always begging us for cereal, and they're like, "Mom, can you learn how to make cereal? Because we love cereal and we know you won't buy it for us." So I was looking into what kind of cereal I can make, and this was a great alternative. I think probably my favorite part and my husband's favorite part of this granola is the pecans. It just adds this delightful texture, and I toasted mine a little bit extra, more than the original recipe called for, just because my husband loves when granola is toasted and when the pecans are toasted. So I let mine get a little more toasted than it should have, but it turned out great. And actually, when we ate it with milk, it tasted exactly like that cereal. It has like clusters of nuts and oats and honey. I mean, it tasted exactly like it, but obviously without all those extra ingredients that shouldn't be there in the first place. Mixing this was very delightful. It's hard to think of a more delicious smelling combination than melted coconut oil, honey, and vanilla extract. Since making this homemade granola, I definitely will be making it weekly from now on, and we will no longer be buying granola from the store. At least I'll be trying my best not to be buying granola from the store anymore. First, because I don't always trust prepackaged foods. They usually have ingredients in there that are extra and just shouldn't be in there, but also because for some reason store-bought granola always is really hard to chew, so the little ones don't like it and they always ask for no granola in their yogurt. But this one, the homemade one, just turned out so perfect. It's like the perfect amount of crispy texture, but it's not too hard for the little ones to chew. So this morning I'm serving organic Greek yogurt with homemade granola and fresh fruits topped. Actually, the strawberries are fresh, but my blueberries are frozen. Rarely do I have fresh blueberries at home just because they go bad so quickly. So I always buy large bags of frozen blueberries, and I always have those on hand for various recipes. And so today I'm adding on fresh strawberries and frozen blueberries. I'm going to be topping it with maple syrup. This granola recipe was perfect for our yogurt parfaits, and as I mentioned earlier, it's great to be eaten just as a cereal over milk. And to store it, I just placed it into a glass jar and tightened the lid and just placed it into the pantry. As a homemaker, I think it's very vital to recognize the importance of creating healthy homemaking habits. Doing so helps the household to run smoothly and be more productive, and it also just adds more enjoyment to everybody's lives. When things run smoothly and things are going well, it just helps the household to feel less chaotic and just more enjoyable and calm. A really good place to start would be to always make sure that the beds are done in the morning. So everyone makes their own bed, and I feel like this always determines the way that your day will go. If you begin your day and your bed is a mess, your room is a mess, then it kind of somehow it has this power over you where your whole day kind of feels like a mess and disorganized and nothing's working out. So I think this has a lot to do with building that self-discipline and healthy routines, and this just tends to overflow into your actual daily life. So if you are disciplined and you get up and your children get up and everyone makes their own beds, that's already building up discipline and healthy routines. Another really helpful thing that we do in our home is we make sure to keep the bathrooms clean. So we teach our kids that after you use the restroom, you have to quickly wipe down the sink after you use it, and everyone is responsible to leave the bathroom clean after their use for the next person. So for example, wipe the sink, hang up the towels, straighten the rug, pick up anything that's on the floor. When it comes to dishes, we have a routine. So throughout the day, we load up the dishwasher and then I turn it on at night. A lot of things that can't be placed into the dishwasher, like pots and pans and things of that sort, either my husband will wash it or I will wash it. And we try to do that the same day. We try not to leave anything overnight in the sink. And then in the morning, our 7-year-old daughter, she already knows that it's her job to unload the dishwasher and she doesn't have to be reminded or asked, which I'm really impressed by her. She faithfully unloads the dishwasher every single morning while everyone else is either getting ready or I'm making breakfast. It's just part of our morning routine and she already knows that that's her job. And she knows that I've told her before, if you don't do your job, I can't do my job. So we've had times where she forgot to unload the dishwasher when it was still a new job to her. And then we'd be backed up because the dishwasher is still loaded and we already have a pile of breakfast dishes. So now she knows that she gets up and she unloads the dishwasher. And then right away after breakfast, I can already start putting in a new load for the day. On days where I forget to turn on the dishwasher at night, it creates chaos the next day. It doesn't happen often, but it still happens. So I wake up, I realize I didn't turn on the dishwasher, so I have to turn it on in the morning. And of course, things start to pile up to the sky, breakfast dishes, and sometimes even lunch. It kind of sets us back, so I just have to let the breakfast dishes pile up, then we go to school, and then of course everyone's hungry, so we have some lunch, and then the lunch dishes pile up. So I try my best for this not to happen. It rarely happens now because I know that if I forget to turn on the dishwasher at night, I'm gonna pay for it the next day. For laundry, our oldest daughter and I do that as a team. Some days she does the laundry, some days I do the laundry. But what we'll do is we'll throw in a load, put it in the dryer, and then when it comes out of the dryer, we just make piles of each family member's clothes, and then they're responsible to come and grab their own clothes, or we take it and just place it on their bed in their room, and then they fold and put it away themselves. So I'll fold and put away our 2-year-old's clothes, my clothes, and my husband's clothes, and then our oldest daughter, and then our 11-year-old son and our 7-year-old daughter, they are responsible to do their own folding and putting away. And so for our 7-year-old daughter, because she can't reach high in the closet, we have low dressers for her, and that's all her dresser space, so she's able to fold and put away at her level without having to grab a chair or anything like that. For cooking, I try my best to provide scratch-made meals every day, so I like to think of the week ahead after looking into my fridge and making a plan so that I already know in my head what I want to make for dinner each day based on what's available in our freezer and fridge. It's also important to keep the kitchen going at all times. By that, I mean that there should always be meat defrosting for dinner, at least one type of snack in the pantry, and sourdough. Sourdough is a must. I always have sourdough loaves in the fridge, and if I don't, it's almost a guarantee that I'm gonna have hungry bellies and I won't be able to offer them anything to eat. So always having raw sourdough loaves sitting in the fridge ready to be baked at all times is a habit that I made for myself that's really paid off. To keep my home generally clean, I can't always have it perfectly clean every time, but what I do is I just keep cleaning throughout the day. Not just me, but it's a group effort. So all of us, and we constantly remind our kids, if you see it, pick it up. Just picking up toys, picking up pillows, putting away schoolwork, supplies. That's important to just keep doing throughout the day instead of just letting it pile until the evening and then you have so much work to do. So it's easier to just, you see it, you pick it up. We also like to do an evening cleanup, so I usually do a run through and vacuum the busiest areas, such as the hallway, living room, and bathroom in the evening. If I skip a day, it gets real messy and I get overwhelmed. So I found that I'd rather just not skip an evening of a quick vacuum run through. Evening cleanups also take group effort. So once the kids come inside for the evening, if I'm still making dinner, our oldest daughter does the quick vacuum instead of me. And I also have the rest of the kids do a quick run through of the upstairs because upstairs is where the schoolroom and the playroom are. So I have them do a quick run through, pick up and put away all the toys and activities into their proper cubbies. So as I mentioned earlier, creating healthy homemaking habits is really important and it'll help you run your household smoothly. It'll help make life more enjoyable for your family, and it also helps everyone in the household to be more productive. Thank you again so much for watching this video. I hope you found some helpful tips, found some encouragement, motivation, or inspiration. And please don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, and don't forget to share this video. Thank you so much.